All right, welcome back here. It's Simo and Mokan.
Salut.
Easy over there in the brownie bag. And Eagle.
Is it a better version of peas? The brownies?
It is.
2 bites brownies.
Tastes much better. All right.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
It's over.
Does peas taste like chocolate
No.
brownies?
The brownies taste better than peas.
Hey-oh.
Oh, boy. All right. 7th the week that was.
Where we going?
Dip 1.
You said let's go. Where we going?
Dip 1. my friend.
Sorry, Chad.
You know where I don't want to go? Savannah, Georgia.
Why would anybody want to go to Savannah, Georgia?
I don't know. All
Okay.
right, so D-Boys. D-Boys
Okay,
Waste
Dip 1?
Youth.
Okay.
Um,
I'm disappointed.
we got our top 8 people who get under Dan Lazar's skin for his birthday coming up.
I'm disappointed.
You know, okay, like, it was a close game, and then Waste U just, for whatever reason, stagnated and just didn't move the ball, and Theo killed Dan again, and Theo killed that whole morale of Waste U again, and it was over.
So I heard this from unknown sources. Unnamed sources. Not unknown.
Oh, Marco.
No. Unnamed sources. Waste Dude has no defense. Their defense is shit. But they scored 25, man.
Yeah, but...
Like, I get what you're saying. You couldn't stop D-Boys. I get it. But it's not like you lost 40-38. Like, we lost because our defense didn't put up. Your offense only scored 4 touchdowns.
There's a problem when quarterback Dan Lazar is chewing out Kwesi on the sidelines.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about
Chewed him out.
But to be fair, the Kwesi showed up to that game very angry. He was not happy after that Div 3 game, man.
But
He was
the
upset.
thing is Kwesi Gordon Mall deviating from the play call that he's given? Because the way it looked in that
Well, you
fourth
shouldn't.
down, right, where before Lazar chewed him out, was that he didn't run the route he was supposed to.
Ooh.
And I think Dan looked at him, and he wasn't at the spot he was supposed to. And then once the play was over and Dan walked away, he said out loud, hey, next time run your route, add a couple of swear words in there to really make it more spicy. And, yeah, it was it. They were done. They finished mentally. They were done at the point.
That was the turnover?
Yeah, it was...
It was in the first half, I guess?
It was late in the first half, yeah. And it just never recovered. Never recovered, and they lost.
Braves beat DK. I heard it was a good game. I was far. I was on the...
I was there for that game. I saw it vaguely.
I was on field 1. I didn't see much.
Braves, yeah, you were done like 11 o'clock. But Braves were not really threatened by DK.
I feel like not a lot of teams threaten Braves this season. Kevin White talks a big game, but I don't see Finance beating Braves this season.
Yeah, but now is it a matter of the Braves needed a challenge before they go in the playoffs so they don't fall into that rut?
I think that they know now. It's not their first season in Div 1. I think that they know they're breezing through the rest of their schedule because they locked in. They don't care. And then when playoff comes around, they're going to care again.
I
Finest.
picked the Braves to go to the finals. I'm not going to...
Finest stays alive by barely beating Got Fat 40-37.
Yeah, that's problems, man. That's some serious problems for the finals.
I'm sad because that would have made it a great thing to talk about. Finest is not in the playoffs at the moment. But Got Fat, I just don't see it.
The Golf Fast's not going to playoffs.
No, I don't think so.
No. But
They're competitive, though. Like, I'm happy to see that they're able to keep these games 40-37. They had this one bad game a few weeks ago against, I don't remember who it was. Where they didn't, when they played Braves, yeah, they got smoked against Braves. But aside from that, like, they've been competitive. They've been a true Div 1 team.
Yeah.
They don't win, but they've been more competitive than most of the Div 1 teams we've had in the past.
So I was shocked to you that Alcoholics lost 48-45 to STL. That's an upset, man. That's an upset. STL should have never lost that against the Alcoholics.
Wait, what? Alcoholics lost? Won?
Alcoholics won.
Hey, whoa, hey! Yeah, that's an upset. I thought it was the other way around. So I was like, how is this an upset?
No, sorry, STL lost.
I don't understand. I'm very confused. You could tell my reaction that I didn't understand what was happening.
Okay, never mind. What's another game? How about Bad Boys
No,
versus...
but Alcoholics add Sean Kennedy for the
They won on
week.
extra points, eh?
Pretty much.
Yep.
Same number of TDs. 3 extra APs.
7-7. Yeah, Dylan Taylor had a good game, but converts. I guess Tio didn't play in this game because he's not on the scoreboard anywhere, which is unrealistic.
Theo's been banged up though.
Sean Kennedy played the first. Is it the first game with the Alcoholics?
No, he's been there multiple times.
Are you sure?
Yes, I scored out this game 2 weeks ago.
Because I saw him like 2 times. He wasn't there. So.
He was there.
Sean Kennedy's a big piece for Paul. I think that overall the Alcoholics roster is a bit depleted. They don't have like Donald Shepard's a good piece. Sean Kennedy's a good piece. Ryan Perry's a good piece, but they don't have like the rest to sort of support that. And this is what it feels like. Paul wants to play with his friends. Cannot play lower than Division 2. They would be a great Division 3 team.
They would be, but I just think that alcoholic team is nowhere near.
They would be a great Division 3 team.
Solid, very good. I think there'd be 7-win teams in Division 3. You saw Bad Boys Clockmakers?
What a game, man! This game, I have so many different opinions about this game.
Is there a problem with the Clockmakers?
There's a problem with both teams, really. Bad Boys showed up with 5. Nicholas R was late. Played with 6 the whole game. Bad Boys played a good game. Made some mistakes that should cost them games in Division 2.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how this happens. They're running triple slant on the second drive of the game. They run triple slant. So the game's tied, essentially. It's 1 score to 1 score. Bad Boys go back on offense. They run triple slant. Kerouac's playing rusher for Clockmakers. Sees triple slant because he's seen it a bazillion times in Division 1. Stops rushing. Jumps the slant. Gets the pick. Pat Chenard threw at Matt Kerouac. And he never saw him. He was looking the other way. He looked off the pass and he threw at Matt Kerouac, who was wearing red instead of blue. Like, it's not even the close color jerseys. And he just looked around like, yeah, what? Just like he was befuddled. He didn't know what happened. and Matt was like, you better talk about it on the podcast. Like, it was a great play by him. He didn't even rush. He just stopped, saw the play, and single-handedly got the interception.
Right.
It was amazing. But then Clockmakers couldn't do shit. Their offense was good. After that point, they scored. Clockmakers go up. They struggled a little bit on converts, but it was fine. But the offense for Clockmakers, once Bad Boys realized that it's Marco, even in triple coverage, or Bobby on a sideline, or
Bobby Michaelberg, yeah.
Bobby Michaelberg was there for the game. He was just playing 1 week. Or Darren Kastner underneath. Matt Kerouac couldn't get any targets. Antonio Lani had 1 target out of the slot.
No one, you just list, except for maybe Bob Michaelberg, who hasn't played all year. No one scares me from that offense.
Listen, that offense is fine. They're just not used properly. Ryan Kastner is forcing throws, man. Like, it's 4th down, 4th and 1. You've got Bad Boys know who you're going to. So they doubled Marco. They shot somebody at Derek Kastner, who's most likely not going to win one-on-ones against guys like Matt Bond, for instance. And Antonio Lani was open on the deep route, but it's a tougher throw. Kerouac was by himself for 10 yards on the left side, and Ryan was so focused on forcing that throw to his brother that he never saw the wide open receiver and turnover on downs. You won't win games that way.
It's forcing a square peg into a circle.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. He sees tight windows, and instead of telling himself, maybe there's an easier place to throw the ball, he's like telling himself, I can make that throw. I used to make that throw.
Fit, man.
And it's
a bad fit.
It's not working. I think the problem is it's not just a bad fit. It's Ryan Kastner is still good, but he needs to. I don't know.
He needs his own guys in there.
It's not just his own guys. He's forcing throws to sort of prove that he's still relevant. You don't have to prove anything to anybody, man. Just play your game, do your thing, walk off, throw 6 touchdowns. Don't care about it.
I don't think if they come back next winter.
Well, they won't. I don't think that team's gonna play.
No, but if they did, there's no way they go with Ryan Kastner as a quarterback. No way. It can't.
I just don't think
you've gone as far as you can with him in a short period of time.
I just don't think that Clockwork team is going to come back to Ryan Kastner. It's not that they don't like the guy. He's a very nice guy.
That's what I'm saying. We both agree.
Yeah.
Ryan Kastner will not be the quarterback of this team if they come back next winter. No regard. Nighthawks. Nighthawks shooting themselves in the foot. Man. Yes, Rick Cherry played very well, but who called the defense for Nighthawks?
Really?
He calls the defense as well. Rob White.
No regard. We're missing Court Becker. Got an upgrade at Kevin Wyatt.
Yeah. I don't think they were ready for the throws from Kevin Wyatt, too. Charles Moses.
But that
Moses, too.
That guy, Love.
Zion Love.
Solid player, man.
Very good player.
Wow, he played well.
Can we back up, let's say, 6 years?
Okay.
And if I were to tell you, hey, there's going to be a game where No Regard is going to have Kevin Wyeth as the quarterback and they're going to be playing in Div 2 together.
I know, right?
You'd be like, are you out of your fucking mind?
I
No,
know,
but you
right?
know what? If you told me 6 years ago, hey, Corey Packer will be the quarterback for No Regard, I'd be like, are you really fucking
Yeah,
out of your mind?
that too.
Are you
But
really out of your
It's also not the same No Regard team that was 6 years ago.
No, it has matured.
The guys
ever
that
so
were
slightly.
super, super loud are not on that team anymore.
They're filming games now.
No, and he's not the only one. Stop. There was a lot of guys on that team that were very loud and
Lance was somewhat, not too loud.
So here's a question for you. With the Montreal's Finest being the weakest roster thus far, Mo's words, not mine, do you think this is a way he can recruit for future iterations?
No, because those guys have played other teams, right? Travis plays with D-Boys. I believe.
listen.
Mike Asari could be the link because he could play for Finest because of the Jermaine Lewis Parrish connection with Finest.
That would be a good pickup.
He can lock it down. But
Love could also be a good piece for
those
the
two guys
Finest, man.
are like Finest material type of guys.
Yeah.
Play with swagger, confidence. They don't give a bleep about who's in front of them.
No.
They'll just take you out.
They're good. They're fast. They're going to give them something that they're missing.
All
this
right, so
season.
here's a good question for you. Will they be, and great point by Eaglet over here. Eaglet. Will they be Montreal Finest players next winter?
They won't-
Zion Love and Mike Asari.
They won't be this spring.
Not this spring.
I know that for a fact. The spring team is different.
But will they be winter season 2020? The Finest come back, which I think they probably will. Will Zion Love and Mike Asari be a part of that roster?
I can see it.
That would be fun, man. I think they need something because this season's roster is not good enough.
This Finest roster is slow.
Yeah.
It's slow. Like, call it for what it is.
Hey, you want to know something funny? I saw this today. I was looking at something else.
Yeah.
Your boy, Jean-Christophe Morin-Faneuf,
Yes.
who's the leading receiver on the Finest,
Misleading.
is not playoff eligible.
Oh, of course not. And this guy goes to me. Hold on. Let me tell you a good story about this guy. Okay?
He's not playoff eligible. There's 2 games left, and he's got 2 games played.
He goes to me, bro, can we change that? Can we get myself playoff eligible? I go, listen, how about look, I just press numbers on this iPad. I told him, I got to press numbers on this iPad, bro. Email the league and see what happens. And
He's
we
been
get-
around for a long time. It's not a first
Yeah,
season.
but he's so aloof. He's like, bro, I didn't know. I'm like, bro, ask your captain. Ask your captain what's up, bro.
I mean, you have a quarterback and a DC on that team that's been around for so long.
Yeah, I just like there's a slow team, man, and I think Zion Love and Mike Asari would be huge additions for them onto the Finest. This is my opinion. I think that would be helpful. You can't sit with us.
What?
Can we pencil them as 10-0?
Yeah, we talked about it. I said yes. I think there was a week you weren't here.
Yeah, I know.
Said they're gonna go 10-0.
Okay, what's your glaring weakness right now?
For you can sit with us.
Yeah.
I don't know. Their offense is good, man. All the Wack is having a good season. The weapons that he has fits what he wants to do. Across the board, he uses everybody really well. Listen, I don't think the offense is the issue, so I have to side with defense. But their defense is solid, so like special teams.
If Justin McLean, as we said before in the last podcast, who pulled up,
Even if he's got a bad game, that team is so talented that they could play without him.
would they be successful without him?
Not as successful, but they will still be successful, yes.
Would they win easily without him?
The week 1 round of the playoffs, yes, they could afford to lose him. If he has to sit out the next 2 weeks, including the first week of the playoffs, you can sit with us. We'll survive.
All right, so here's the thing for you. The one team they don't want to face right now in the playoffs is who? Because there's a team that they don't match up well with, right? Which we'll say, you know what? This is the team they don't match up well with because
Let me pull it up.
they come with guns and we have spoons.
Well, they did play
That's the
STL
dumbest thing.
controversy in the first 2 weeks of the season, right? So since then, things have kind of locked themselves in.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can sit with us because they're in Conference B.
They have not played Braves 2.0. They have not played hashtag NR.
So they
They're
won't.
going to play Terror Squad next week.
I would say amongst the teams in Conference in Division 2, like I don't like the matchup against Bad Boys or Braves 2.0.
Okay.
But since they're not in their conference, it doesn't matter. So if we have to pick in their conference between SYO, Nighthawks, Clockmakers, Kings Landing, Controversy, and STL, the only
I
team
think controversy.
that could make this stuff, the STL is the only one for me that makes it difficult. I think that you can sit with us. We'll actually put a beating on Controversy. STL could be a tough game
Right.
because it's going to come down to who makes the first mistake. It's going
Yeah.
to come down to a game where Dylan Taylor and Alawak are very similar quarterbacks.
Right.
When they're on, they put up 250 yards and 7 touchdowns. One mistake early, and they have a terrible game.
And in
They're going to get
the
frazzled.
in the STL game and the Clockmakers game, they only won by 1 point, right?
That's
so
great.
that's as tight as it gets when it comes to win. So that one for either one of those matchups repeated again, it's gonna be really tricky.
I think it's gonna come down to you can sit with us STL in the semifinals,
All
and
right.
it's gonna be an amazing game.
So percentage right now. What's that noise?
I don't know. I'm hearing it too.
I don't know.
Someone's phone. Percentage points right now
Probably
that you have
yours.
them in the D2 finals.
You can sit with us.
Yeah.
51%.
I literally put it at 50%.
I'll put it at 42%.
42.
What
Yeah.
a random. Okay, so if you put it at
42.
42.
where's it the rest of the percentages?
Let me whip up the breakdown of pies here. So we have
STL?
STL get some of it. So hold on, 42%. What's the difference maker? So that's now
100.
58, right? So I have 58% to work with, correct?
Yes. No. Yes.
Yeah, 58% to
Okay.
work with. So 42% for you can't sit with us. That's a
STL?
pretty good number, no?
STL
STL, I will put them all on here. Let me get this up here properly.
today, please.
STL will go with
Come on.
42%. We'll go with 1%.
1%.
1%.
30%. 31%.
31%.
Actually, I'll go 35.
35%.
35.
Controversy.
Controversy, that leaves me now with 23% to work with. Yeah.
Yes. Go on.
I go with 13%.
Okay. King's Landing.
King's Landing, I'll put them at 12%. How much is that now?
Well, now you're at 102%.
Okay, so even better. I got way beyond.
Clock makers.
Clock makers, 0.
Nighthawks.
0.
And SYO.
0.
So 102%.
Yeah.
You're very good at math.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
That's interesting though.
42%.
I thought you would put more on controversy than
No.
13%.
No, it's a very close thing here. Number 3 seed in the Div 1 playoffs. Will it be DK or the Finest now in your books? I think Monstars lost, so I think we take out Monstars from that.
Monstars, their quarterback's hurt.
Yes, I know.
So
That's a big problem.
It's a huge problem.
Confirmed?
Yes.
He didn't play yesterday.
Yeah,
Not
confirmed.
yesterday.
But what? Okay, so
I think it's a loss.
What's the injury? I don't know. How important is it? I don't know. But it was important enough that he missed the game. I think he's nursing it. I think he.
Rod Masterson for those who are curious.
Yeah, Rod, the quarterback.
Hall of Famer.
I believe that the issue is whatever the issue is. I don't think it's super like it's not, like he didn't blow his knee or something. Like it's not major. So he's taking like 2 weeks off to be playoff ready.
you know if it's an upper body, lower body, or mental ego.
No idea.
Let's ask Sam Masterson.
No idea. I was just told he's hurt, can't play. I hope it's minor and he just needs like
yeah,
2
but you
weeks
know
off.
what, man? Like he's missed so much time this year. It's like a waste season for them.
Monsters.
It's a waste.
But they're still 4 and 5.
It's a waste if Rod
That's-
doesn't come back.
He hasn't played the last 2 games, 3 games.
But he was in Thailand for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But that's my
if-
point, and they're still 4 and 5.
If Rod doesn't come back, this season is over.
Clearly.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's over because even if he comes back, he's not healthy. He's not healthy enough.
unless it's like, oh, I had a sprained ankle, I'll be fine in 2 weeks, sort of thing.
And he won't. Like it's gonna be one of those things
We'll see.
where there'll be one or done. If they play
We'll
the
see.
finest, they can be the finest. But that's it.
I mean, God forbid he hurt his finger on his offhand and he's out for 10 years.
Yeah.
Finest is in the 4th seed, 4 and 4. Braves waste you. I don't think Finest beats Braves this week.
Where's that this week?
I don't know.
He's not on the
it's-
schedule.
Saturday Lachine.
Okay, I'm not there. So
Saturday Lachine, like
okay.
8.
So here's the question for you: Will the finest finish above? Will the finest finish at 500 then? If they lose
Yes,
this week?
Finest loses to Braves, beats Waste you
So do they get the 3 seed?
at 5 and 5.
Yeah.
Who's DK playing? DK's got fat, Flamore sack. DK will also be 5 and 5.
And who has a point differential in that? Is it
DK's
finest?
got a head-to-head
So DK will be the 3 seed.
because DK beat Finest this season
So that
for the
means
first time
Braves
ever.
could be seeing finest in the semifinals.
Unless they played twice. Did they play twice?
I don't know if they played twice. If they play twice, then it's head to head and point differential. at
No,
that point.
they only played once, and DK won that game.
So that means the finest could be on a collision course with
Finest
the
is going to be
Braves.
4th.
And they would play the 5.
So
which would be
Finest
Monstars.
is going to
They
be
would play
4th.
Monstars
Monstars.
And
right now.
Finest will play Monstars. D Boys will play
And I
DK.
think that might be the same case for Monsters that play the finest.
So we're gonna have again Finest and D Boys because Finest are gonna. I think D Boys will beat DK.
Yeah, but then you would have Phlegmo Sack, Finest, and Braves D-Boys.
Which I think the finest wouldn't mind playing Flag Moissac because they know they match up better with Flag Moissac.
Yeah, I think that if Finest plays Braves, Finest might not make playoffs, might not make the finals. But against Flamore Sack, it's a toss up.
Yeah.
Toss up.
Toss up. What you got?
Toss up.
Who you got? No, that was the other one. Who you got?
Who you got? Okay, so last but not least, Waste Ute.
Why?
They lose. Got fat. They lose any chance to make the playoffs.
Yes. I mean, they could be 5-5. They could finish 5-5.
Yeah.
Waste.
You're talking mathematically or pragmatically?
No, both. Both. They could win 3 games. They got Monstars next week.
Right.
And by next week, I mean Monday.
So, God Fat and Waste Ute can win 3 games.
Waste you.
No.
Play. No, stop.
Toss up.
Waste you play
Yes or
God
no?
Fat. Waste you is playing God Fat week 11.
Correct.
So there's 2 week 11s weird. So Waste.
Oh, someone's confused by the week 11 schedule.
There's 2 week 11 in the same schedule.
Well,
It's not
I'll
my
give you a
fault.
quote from Dan Lazara. We're going to win both games.
Cool. I don't care.
Okay, good.
Dan Lazara. Waste you's
So,
playing.
Waste Ute, they have Monstars, Montreal's Finest,
Yes, I
and
was-
God Fat.
Jesus, stop cutting me off.
And then God Fat has DK, D-Boys,
I
and
hate
Waste
him
Ute.
so much.
Yeah, that's not.
Waste you is going to beat Monstars this week because I don't think Rod's coming back.
Yeah, I'll give them that.
And then it's going to come down to can Waste you beat Finest.
Which they have.
Because they'll be 3-5. They got Fat at the end of the stretch.
Yeah.
I think it's a winnable game, although it's a trap game for them.
Yeah.
But if they don't beat Finest, they'll be 3-6, and
Yeah.
it's going to be irrelevant.
Yeah.
So they need to beat Finest, which is going to put Finest deeper down, which could mean that Finest could be potentially 4-6 into the playoffs at the
Right.
6th season. And now you got Finest
This
against
is
DK
wild.
in the first round.
That's
Man,
wild.
that's sick.
That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Before we get to our top 7 Dan Lazara under the skin moments here, Alex
doing that?
Halawak made a good point to me.
What's up?
Div 2, he says there's a saturation of talent where there's a lot of Div 2 teams who are really Div 3 and have no business being in Div 2. Would you agree with that?
Well, define a lot.
Well, SYO, Nighthawks.
SY was not even a Div 3 team. SYO is not even in Div 3.
Well, there shouldn't be Div 2. That's the whole
SYO is a Div 4 team.
Yeah. Well, the point is that there shouldn't be any of these teams in Div 2.
So are they Div 3 teams or are they underperforming Div 2 teams?
Are they
'Cause for
not-
me, there's a very big difference.
They're not Div 2
He says it's
teams.
saturation. So would you agree there's a saturation?
Okay,
of
so
teams?
Nighthawks is not a Div 2 team. Killer Bees is not a Div 2
Nope.
team. Prospect Squad with Mario Pareka is a Div 2 team, but it took them so long to get it that at this point they're slacking behind. So without Mario Pareka, they're not a Div 2 team. With Mario Pareka, they are a Div 2 team,
Yeah.
but they're not one of the strongest, but they're a Div 2 team. Alcoholics is not a Div 2 team.
Nope.
SYO is
You just listed half the teams in Div 2.
yeah. So there's there's 5 teams out of 14 that are not Div 2 teams.
That's a problem, man.
Yes and no.
I think it's a problem.
I mean, the thing is, when you look at this when you look at this preseason,
Yeah.
Killer Bees on paper, you don't know what's gonna happen with the quarterback position. Like he could have played much better than he did. We know from the past that new quarterbacks don't perform that well.
Yep.
But the team in itself, the roster in itself, is good enough for Div 2.
Right.
So that's fine. Prospect Squad, if they would have had Mario Pareka the whole way, they would have been fine. Alcoholics, they're missing the 2 guys.
Yeah.
Like the team, the core team itself is fine. They're just missing, like if you would have had what they used to have before. So if you would have had like Robbie Robinson and Jamil Springer, they would have
Yeah.
been Div 2 team.
Right.
So they're just missing 1 or 2 guys, and they might have had them before, and they sort of bailed out or whatever, and the guys didn't make it. SYO have no business being Div 2. Nighthawks, the team itself is like a Div 4 team quarterback by Rick Nincheri. You take Rick out of that equation, that team doesn't put up 100 points this season.
With Rick, they're not a Div 2 team.
Yeah, no, even with Rick, and the problem is Rick doesn't have other options.
No, he doesn't.
Right, like he can't play lower than Div 2,
Nope. And that team is not.
and even in Div 2, like he's one of the best quarterbacks in Div 2,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have the weapons around him to make it. He's making Andrew Carruthers look like a crazy all-star receiver,
Yeah.
and that catch he made was insane.
Yeah, it was a fantastic catch yesterday.
You say that they're 6th in points for of 14 teams.
Yeah, they only play offense. They don't play defense. The other team scores so they get the ball on offense again.
They're number 1 in points against.
Yeah, they don't care.
347.
Score
points
will score
in
more.
8
Score.
games.
That-
We'll
but
try to
that-
score more than you if we can.
that's what it was yesterday. Like Rick was actually
Who calls
trying,
their defense?
Our boy Rob White.
Rick
You
Nincheri
ain't
was actually
calling
trying to get a
defense.
defense yesterday going. He's like, get a stop, please, and they couldn't get any stops
That's
for
his
him.
nice way of saying make a fucking stop.
They use those words.
Yeah, make a
lot.
bleeping stop.
Yeah.
All right, it's now time for the top 7 Dan Lazarus under the skin moments here. Do we have the picture of what we have for the segment here?
We do actually have it. Yes.
Could we see that on the screen, please? I want to see that. I want to see how it looks.
You want to see a picture of Dan being angry?
Yes, please.
But why? Why would you do this to
It's
yourself?
comical.
What?
It's
So
comical.
okay, so who's the? So you have a top 7.
Top 7, yes. Top 7 here.
So you say it, I'll react.
Okay, I just want to see the picture first.
I'm
There we go.
expecting
Oh, there we
3.
go. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's him upset right now.
What's up, Dan? I'm expecting 3 names to drop on this list, so they better come off.
Okay,
Number 7.
Craig O'Brien.
Oh, let's move on. I don't like the topic, so we'll push up. Number 6.
Skin. Number 6, Jason Leclerc.
Oh, that's more interesting.
Yep.
See, I had Jason higher in that list.
Yeah, Jason Leclerc.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Can it not be a ref?
It could be a ref. It could be a ref. Number 5, Mo Khan.
Mo Khan.
Yeah.
Hey, yesterday was slapping you around, eh?
Yeah, he was a little bit,
were-
influenced, but
He was slapping you around, eh?
yeah, he was trying to, but he was a little bit of a.
I think he knew it was his birthday, so you were playing nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we both know you could take that.
I can take that.
You
Yeah,
can take that.
Dan's a little softy. Softy more always won.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Happy birthday, Danny boy.
Number 4.
Number 4, we're gonna go. Oh, Eagle, you want to?
It's got to be me, number 4. When the whole Hall of Fame thing happened,
Yeah.
oh
You
man.
Should have waited for him to tell your name, man.
Yes, you're right. Number 4.
That's
is
the whole
Eagle.
purpose. I have 3 names. I'm waiting for him to drop him.
Number 4, yes. Number 3, you ready?
Did you really have Eagle on the
Yeah, I
list?
did Eagle number 4.
No, not number 4, but you have it on the list?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Number 3.
Number 3.
You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Quasi, Gordon Mall.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yeah,
Chewing
he's
him
been under
out.
the skin of late, man.
That's a new one. That's interesting. I like
All right, so should I go number 1 to number 2?
No,
No.
number 2 first.
because we don't know who's left.
Exactly.
You guys want to take guess here or no?
I know who the number 1 is.
I have a feeling I know both of these guys.
I don't know.
but-
I don't think I know the second one. I know the first.
Let's go.
one.
Give me. Number 2.
Number 2, Stefano Berardi.
Oh!
Yeah, Stefano Berardi.
6. So yesterday, funny story about that. So yesterday, you know how Dan's still angry at Stefano for calling him out? So, which is crazy. So he was bitching and he's like, I haven't talked to him in like 6 weeks, bro. So Dan walked up to me and Stefano and he keeps saying, oh, have a good night, friend. And Stefano, go fuck yourself, which is great. And then Dan is like taking a sip of his drink and turns on and says, oh, what is this? Oh, haterade you're drinking? And I turn around to Dan and say, you're the one drinking it.
All right, and the number 1.
Theo Jaya.
Oh no! You forgot a guy on this list.
Yeah.
You
Who?
definitely forgot a guy
Who?
off this list.
Yeah.
Lance Daniel.
Oh yeah, for sure. Give
But
me the
that's
guy.
okay.
I would.
That has to be number 1. I
would have put Theo lower
thought
on
of
that list.
it. I thought about Norgard in it, but
I would have put Theo lower on that list. Like Stefano
Yeah.
to me is
His
bigger,
head.
man. No, but the thing is, Theo gets in his head because Theo is. It's a talent problem.
he's in his.
He knows Theo is so good that he's gonna make him look bad. So he gets in his head in a different way. Then Stefano pisses him off. Theo doesn't piss him off. He frazzles him.
I think he gets understood.
Hollow active message of saying "fucking great segment."
Bleep yeah, we did it finally.
Happy
We got
birthday,
people
Dan
listening.
Lazara.
Happy birthday, Dan.
I heard
Love
he
you.
hasn't watched his podcast in like 6 weeks, which I don't
You'll
think.
never
Oh, he
know.
will.
It's
He
not
will
true.
definitely
Yeah.
watch this one.
He's gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah.
me text Mingo, bro. You're right about my top 8 haters, bro. Bro, what you put the referees for, bro?
I love him. So.
All right, let's do games
Uh,
of the week.
Danny boy, it's always a pleasure.
Happy birthday.
Hashtag NR Killabees.
Hashtag
Yeah.
NR, man.
Terror Squad. You can sit with us.
You can sit with us,
Yeah,
Bad Boys Alcoholics.
bad boys,
bad boys.
Clockmakers Swayo for life.
slap makers,
Yeah, I'll give Clockmakers that.
Prospect Squad Braves 2.0.
Braves,
King's
2.0.
Landing controversy. I already know
Oh,
who
oh,
we're picking.
calm down.
Yeah.
King's Landing controversy. Yeah, give me controversy here.
STL Nighthawks. Can Nighthawks keep them under 40?
No.
No, but can STL keep them under 40?
Oh.
Because Nighthawks will lose, but will they lose by 2 scores?
STL.
Question mark.
Div 1. Braves Montreal's finest.
Braves.
Yes.
Got
Right.
Fat DK.
DK.
Yeah.
D-Boys Flagmosac.
Fly more side.
Fly one sack. Yeah.
Waste Ute Monstars. Potentially with or without Mesh
Waste to you.
With Rod, Monstars without Waste you. I don't think. I think Monstars win that game with Rod.
No.
No.
No, because Rod's not in football shape.
Okay, but if he was,
If he was, different story, but he's not. Match words, please.
For all of us here at the Weekly Extra Point Live, y'all get this reference. Thank you.
Good night, Danny boy.
Should we like bring him like cupcakes or something? And
Lover
force him
boy.
to like eat them at the field?
Lover boy.
He'd be very pissed.
Yeah.